Hello, hello chat, hello. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. How am I doing? I'm good, I'm good. I hope you're all doing good. Shark, thank you for the resub, by the way. Thank you. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi Shark, hi Shu, hi Boss, hi Bean, hi Circre, hi Leon, hi Toast, hi Drakina, hi Vagabond, hi Biddlevino, hi Space Doctor. Hello, 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 hello. 7 months flew by. Yeah, time goes by really fast. Hi Paragon Po. Hello, hello. I have been working on the VOD channel a lot, so I am about 20 videos until I am fully caught up behind the scenes, which is really good because there's like 70 videos that have yet to go out. So once I complete those 20 more, then I will be fully caught up. Yes, only 20 more. I have been very hardworking. I've also been working on some other things. Yeah, I posted on the Patreon yesterday as well. So I've been in a get things done mode. Hi Booba, hello. Green, thank you for the follow, welcome in. You had this girl over on Friday and she slept for 12 hours. That's rookie numbers. Those are literally rookie numbers. Either you keep finding the sleepiest girls in the world or your bed is really comfy. I think lots of girls just need a good rest, including myself. The last one slept for 16. I sleep a lot, so this is like not abnormal for me to hear. This is not normal for humans, typically. Maybe not in the past, but I feel like it is becoming more common because of lifestyle changes. This is sloth and hibernating bear behavior. Well, I don't know. Hi Lahawk, hello. Hello. I don't know what to tell you. I think maybe it's because more of the general population is finding out that they're depressed and that they have like 5 other health problems going on, and they are becoming more sleepy. I know there is no way I am the only one that has become more sleepy in the last like 6 to 7 years, you know? I have a question for you. This is gonna be extremely random. But okay, maybe not all of you will be able to answer this, but for those who can, what is the best time of the day to go to the gym? I'm trying to figure out a time to go after work, like directly after work or after you have dinner. I was wanting to get into going to the gym because I need something to grasp onto and something that keeps me active so that I actually feel tired enough to sleep properly. That is why I've decided that I wanted to start going. Oh, my redeems are not. I will just manually do it. My bad. You know what? I tested them too, and they worked, but that's because it was on my other 3D file. Okay, you want me to leave it on, but I think it looks weird on the 3D model. This is why I never let you guys use the clown makeup. I think it looks weird. No cat ears. They didn't. Oh, they did redeem cat. I just didn't see that. But yeah, as I was saying, I wanted to start getting into going to the gym because I need something consistent in my life, and I need something that will get rid of all of my extra energy because I'm struggling to get a good night rest because I have so much energy. And the problem is because I have so much energy, I don't get a good sleep, which leads to me being even more sleepy. Does that make sense? Like, I never get proper rest. Maybe first try working out for free. So I didn't buy a membership. I know someone who has a membership that allows them to take a guest with them. So I was gonna do it like that, and then I would have someone to go with. Chop firewood. I don't have the arm strength for that. Nor do I have the firewood. I do go for walks sometimes because I have a dog. I have to take my dog for walks, but it's not enough. I used to be crazy into sports. I need something like that again to put me out of my misery. I think I would be consistent because I see and hear so many people that get addicted to going to the gym, and I think once I get myself into that routine, I will be good with it. The best time is whatever is convenient for you. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to do it at like 9 in the morning or like just before stream or after stream, because I might have to move my stream time around if I wanted to do it later at night. I wasn't sure. Early ASMR? Yeah, I did start a little bit early today because I didn't want to sit here and pretend that I was doing something for like the last 10 minutes. Sometimes I start early because I'm just ready. It's gotta be convenient or you won't do it. don't see why it wouldn't be convenient for me to go to the gym. It's literally like I can go whenever, you know? It's just I never have thought about going because it just kind of wasn't my thing, I thought. But I'm going to give it a try. I'm gonna start small, like just doing movements, not necessarily trying to build muscle, because I'm pretty sure I'm anemic. So I don't want to pass out. So I'm just gonna start small, and hopefully that little bit of progress will push me towards making bigger steps. Hi Koyos, hello. Your sister does workouts from YouTube on a mat. I want to go to the gym though, because I want to be in a separate location while doing it, so that my brain can really focus on actually being at the gym and doing gym things. Does that make sense? Like, I need it to not be done in my bedroom, otherwise I won't be able to focus. I need that separation. It's the same thing with work. I need that separation of it being in a different location if I'm working. Yeah. But I just haven't really been able to figure out when I wanted to do it yet. I think I was gonna start this week, but I just didn't know what time. Maybe I will try 9 in the morning and see how it goes. That would also inspire me to wake up early. Hi Vaughn, hello. I know myself best. I do, but I also have confidence issues. So I constantly need reassurance on literally everything. I keep getting TikToks about OCD and like things that are OCD, and I'm already diagnosed with OCD, but seeing all of these TikToks just makes me realize how much of my existence is literally just being ran by OCD. It is very painful to know about. It makes me wonder what would happen if I didn't have OCD. You suggest eating something before, especially some carbs. So I should have breakfast before going. I'm scared I'm gonna like throw up though. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get acid reflux or something when I'm working out if I eat beforehand. Can that happen? I feel like it would. I feel like it would. Chat, I have another question, and I think I've asked this before, but I'm gonna format the question a little differently. Do you guys prefer just traditional ASMR from me, or do you think I should start dipping my toes into the roleplay ASMR audios, specifically for YouTube? I don't think I would have it in me to do roleplay on Twitch. Dip your toes into my mouth. Shut up. No, because I've been feeling very motivated to make things and like complete things. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because we removed a fuck ton of mold from underneath the sink where I drink water, but but I've been feeling very inspired. I've been feeling less cloudy about things. Okay, I know, random lore drop from the mold thing, but yeah. There was like mold underneath my kitchen sink. There still kind of is. We're working on getting it removed. But I have been feeling better overall. So I think maybe it's because of that. I don't know. That was my audience. Oh, well, that would explain a lot. Hi, Ruby. Hi. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Onion. Hello. Like in the cabinet. Okay, so underneath my kitchen sink, we have like a cabinet where we put a bunch of like soaps and like cleaning products. And there's been like water leakage under there. We don't know why. And it's been happening for years. So there's mold underneath like the flooring of the cupboard. Probably from the sink. We don't know why it's leaking though. So we took out the whole bottom part and there's still like little bits of mold residue, so we're gonna have to like redo a bunch of the kitchen over there. But yeah, there was a mold thing, so I feel like that probably affected me a little bit. I don't know. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm feeling very inspired to make things. So I wanted to ask if you guys wanted to see me try roleplay ASMR for YouTube videos, or if you guys only want traditional ASMR from me. Because I've really only been doing traditional ASMR when it comes to off-stream content, but I think I really want to try getting into other forms of ASMR for the YouTube side of things. I'm not really good at roleplay though, so I'm gonna be a complete newbie when I try it out, but I kind of want to try it. That was the case at your great-grandmother's place when you remodeled the mold under the sink? I think we always had a suspicion that it was there. But we never did anything about it. Don't you need to find where the leakage is coming from? I don't know how to do that though, because it's so unnoticeable. Like, I can't just turn the sink on and look underneath to see if it's leaking because you can't see it. So I'm not sure if it's from the sink or just from something else. I am not sure at all. As long as it's mother-centric content roleplay is fine. You mean like mommy ASMR? I don't think I would start with mommy ASMR. I feel like that's like my final boss. I don't think I'm gonna just start right off the bat with doing it. Moldy cabinet ASMR? What if it was like ASMR Ifera removes her moldy children, her community, from underneath the cabinet and disposes of them? Do you know what I mean? Just write a script. I am so bad at writing. My English teacher called me an enigma. I'm not built for that. You think that might just be my voice, but you just don't know it. The mommy thing? I am not mommy coded at all. My voice is not even that motherly. mushroom ASMR. You are very much looking forward to my roleplay attempts. Okay, here's my other thing. So I struggle to read scripts. So if I did roleplay ASMR, it would be like off the top of my head as I'm doing it. Because I struggle to read and act at the same time. I don't know how people do it. I would like stumble on my words, and I don't want to have to do 100 retakes. Hi Lunklo, hello. Booba could write it, but we may regret it. It's gonna be some like borderline foot fetish content with mommy and armpit. We're not doing that. You really like this model, it's so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, remodeling ASMR might bang. Muted sawing, hammering, and backdrops going off a few rooms away. Could you imagine? Hi Blaze, hello, hello. I don't know how to use any of those tools. So if I ever, for some reason, had the opportunity to record something like that, it would not be me doing the sounds. Oh, my water tastes like soap. This is awful. Oh yeah, my dad is really, really good with like building things. He actually built one of my desks and this little wall shelf that I have out of just wood that he found at Home Depot or something. When I was in elementary, me and him would build projects together all the time. So like I think was it social studies? When I did like a social studies project one time, I think we built Fort Victoria or something like that as like a 3D model out of all of these little pieces of wood and other materials. I think that's what it was. I still have it. It's actually in my room. We don't do anything with it, but I still have it. Hi Elvish. Hello. Clown Girl Kidnapped You ASMR. I don't think I can do like yandere vibes. I think that is just not, I don't think I have it in me. I just don't have it in me. Farrah getting rid of her children off the cabinet after not paying their bills. Yeah, you didn't pay your rent. What is this? Am I gonna regret this? Did you just search this? This is from 9 days ago. Hi Ryan, hello. How has stream been so far? It has been good. It's been 30 minutes. I went by a little too fast. They had to use insane in the title. But yeah, I need to learn how to read from scripts for ASMR. Because I'm really just not good at it. Hi Lord, hello, hello. I don't have a gamble redeem. Stop trying to gamble. I never properly set it up, and I never kept it when I set it up on the one bot because I didn't like it. You only looked at the stream link after you typed the message, so no going back at that point. It's okay. 30 minutes is a decent amount of time, but I thought we were like 10 minutes in. It's an art to balance reading lines and making it sound natural. Yeah, I guess I could like read the script and memorize it, but I'm also bad at remembering things. So I feel like roleplay ASMR, I'm just instantly debuffed if I ever try and make it. Am I wearing a beret? It's a beanie. It is a beanie. I have a beanie. But yeah, I don't know. I really just don't know why I've been feeling so inspired. Maybe it really is because we removed mold. I don't know. I have never felt so good just doing things, literally anything. I felt so like burnt out and exhausted the last like year and a half that it's been hard for me to want to do anything. But yeah, this last like week and a half, my brain has just been so willing to do anything and enjoy it. And I really just miss this feeling. I'm still depressed, but at least I can actually do things now. Or memorize it as closely as you can and fill in the gaps with your own improvisations. Sometimes I do that. Okay, when I did the Goo Goo Babies ASMR, I wrote down like maybe 8 different sentences in Discord in like a private server of mine, just to kind of organize what I wanted to say, and then I would just glance over at it when I was like, wait, what do I say next? I'm glad you like the hairstyle. This is just how my hair is IRL, minus the bangs, because I don't know, I had bangs when I was younger, but I don't have them anymore. I kind of have, they're not really bangs, but what is it called? I do have like little bits of shorter front hair on my sides, but not on like the forehead part. I don't have that. Wolf cut, no. Oh, I think it's called face framing. I do have face framing, but I don't have actual bangs. Mushroom barber ASMR. Hi Cosmic, hello. Sorry. I throw a Lububu when... No. Never. When I did the what ASMR? So you know Uma Musume? You know Super Creek? So there's this like Goo Goo Babies thing that she does, and I thought it would be funny to do a Goo Goo Babies ASMR, so I did. It's on the Patreon. It's free, unfortunately. It is on the Patreon if you really want to like try and find it. But yeah, it's kind of more of a shitpost than it is ASMR. But I basically wrote out like a 5 to 8 sentence script for myself, just so I had a basis of what I wanted to do. I have sideburns? No, I have face framing. I have like shorter strands of hair. Okay, basically imagine my VTuber hairstyle, but I don't have the little middle piece on my forehead. I just have like no hair in that spot because it drifts off to the side. I don't have actual bangs. I don't have a mustache either. I don't grow facial hair. I probably only have like peach fuzz, but I don't have any facial hair. You have the Super Creek Goo Goo Babies bookmarked? I know what you are. Yeah, thanks for sharing the link so everyone knows what page to avoid. Thank you for your service. Yeah, I've finally been going through some ASMRs that I've recorded, just traditional ASMRs, nothing that's like roleplay. And I uploaded one of them on Patreon last night. It's a plastic slug with no talking. I feel like that sounds kind of boring, but I did want to have no talking ASMR with lots of my traditional triggers so that I could also use them for background when I do editing for certain things, so I'm not having to like record everything 20 times over. So I just kind of wanted to have that for myself. So since I had it, I decided to also post it on Patreon for anyone who enjoyed that type of ASMR. You'll make sure to positively know going to listen to the Goo Goo Gaga ASMR. Hi Annie. Hello. Do I do roleplay? I do not, but I've been kind of thinking about trying it. Like I want to start doing themed ASMR YouTube videos. I think that would be lots of fun. Girl comes home from the gym with really sweaty feet and takes off her shoes and socks ASMR. What is wrong with you? Why? I hope you've been doing well, Annie. Girl dinner. Oh, no, don't die. Why are you going to die? Don't do that. Yeah, Super Creek has like this thing where she really wants to take care of the trainer and wants to play Goo Goo Babies. I'm not surprised by the things Booba Sweat says anymore either, but I'm still disappointed. I'm even more disappointed that I read what he says in chat out loud. Cause then it feels like I'm the one saying it, but I'm not. Somebody has to keep the train derailed. Why? You're disappointed too. I should just stop reading his messages out loud. I should force him to use the TTS if he wants it to be known on the stream audio wise, because I don't know why I'm reading out half the things he is saying. I don't think we've ever been on track. Hi Roger, hello. Is that my tongue? Is what my tongue? I don't understand. I have a blue mouth and insides. I am blue. I thought this was known. Da ba dee da be da. Oh, did you guys watch the ASMR awards yet? Did you watch that? Who was there for that? No? So none of you know the results? It's like 9 hours long. Yeah, they were like 2 hours late too because of technical issues. You haven't watched yet? Should I say anything or no? Maybe I should give you guys a couple of days if you want to find out yourself the results of everything. Hi Finn, hello. Say it. Okay, well first off, most of you already knew this, but I was nominated for the Comfy Chaos category. I did not place though, which is okay, because I was very happy I didn't have to rewatch my thank you video. I was already like rocking in my chair having to watch my intro video. I was already extremely uncomfortable having to watch myself on the introduction, so I was actually kind of relieved that I didn't have to watch anything else from myself. But yeah, I don't know, out of the top 6, I don't know which number I placed specifically. Probably 5th or last, because they said who got top 3 and I wasn't part of that list, which is fine. But yeah, if you guys wanted to know, I did not win, which is okay. And I'm not gonna show you the intro and the winning video because I don't even want to acknowledge their existence. Hi Vane, hello. Yeah, I had to do a video where I was like, hi, I'm my Ferva, and stuff like that. The intro is already in the stream, but the video that you guys didn't get to see was the video that would play if I won, because they made us all record for that as well. I just felt so awkward, so I'm really glad I didn't have to witness that awkwardness again. And that video is never gonna see the light of day. How much for you to release the vid? I don't want anyone to watch it, so I'm not putting a price tag on it. All of the winners are huge streamers. Should have known. Not true. Some of them are around my CCV. I think honestly, lots of it was because lots of them are more well known within each other's communities. I don't interact with people a lot because I'm shy, so definitely debuffed myself there. And also, the way that the form was formatted for people to vote diagonally helped people placed in the first spot gain more votes. So I was placed like 5th, out of all of it. So I'm gonna take a guess and say that I probably ended up placing 5th if everyone just voted diagonally for the point system. Hi, Lord Beep. Hello. Every man has a price. I'm not a man. I do not have a prize. We'll get him next year. I don't know if I'm going to hard push my participation next year. I kind of just wanted to like do it once and say that I did it. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if I want to participate or not, and I'll tell you if you should vote for me or not. I mean, I stream. I just have a consistency problem because actually I don't know why. I don't really have a reason. I don't know. I'm just weird. I'm just weird. You redeemed clown makeup, but I already have it on, so are you wanting me to take it off? Because I have to manually do the redeems right now. Was that meant for it to be taken off? But yeah, I kinda wish I wasn't a chronic lurker in people's chats. But I have this thing where if I say hi, there is a chance that they will try and have a 5-minute conversation with me, and I like to have like 5 different tabs open, and I don't want 5 different people trying to ask me how my day was, because I'll feel bad if I don't respond and I can't hear what they're saying. So most of the time I end up just not typing in chat and just lurk. Because I don't want to have to go through that 5 minutes of trying to focus solely on their stream so that I don't miss anything that they're trying to say to me. That is why I don't type a lot in people's chats, because then it means I'm dedicated and I have to pay attention. Thank you for the posture check. That was not my bones, that was my chair. You found the 2 times you were in that whole stream? There was actually 3, I think, because there was the intro video and then there was 2 clips that they showed. So there should have been 3 times, unless I missed one of the other times. There was either 3 or 4 times, but definitely 3. There was the same clip twice. Was there? I wouldn't know. There was parts of the stream where I was a little tuned out because there was someone debuting at that time that I also wanted to watch. So I was kind of just like swapping back and forth. Hi Wampus. Hello. Hello. Yeah. One of the streamers I like a lot was debuting. So I was like, okay, I have to be there as well. But it is at the same time as the ASMR awards. So now I have to multitask. Award shows are usually pretty boring. I mean, they can be. I thought it was really, really long. Like, I don't want to be rude because I know they put a lot of time and effort into it, but I think some of it was unnecessary time film that just kind of made it like I was sitting there dreading when it would end. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it. It just felt like... Now, I know they have a feedback form, but I don't want to fill it out because I feel like someone else probably already filled it out with the same idea that I have, but I think they could have probably not had as much footage, and like they were doing segments where they were asking the chat questions. It just kind of felt like it was too long. I know they wanted it to be entertaining, but it was one of those things where we just kind of want to like move on to the next award to see the results so that you can move on with your day. Does that make sense? It just felt very long, unnecessarily long. I think it could have been cut in half. Yeah. I feel kind of bad saying that though, because I know there was people that took time out of their day to make like entertainment segments, but I feel like we didn't need those because it was long enough as is. And at that point, it made me not want to enjoy the entertainment because I just wanted to move on. I'm not trying to be rude because I know how hard they worked on it, but I think for next year, they probably don't need the little extra segments in there because it was long enough as is. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say. And then yeah, it got delayed about 2 hours, but I'm not gonna judge for that because technical stuff happens all the time. I'm constantly having scuff in everything that I do, so I can't really judge on that. I can only imagine how stressful that was, having all these people waiting for 2 hours, and apparently they were all there like an hour before, trying to sort out the issue as well, and they're all in different time zones, so for some of them it was like the early hours of the morning. I just felt so bad. You don't see my intro? My intro is when the category that I was nominated for comes up. It's probably like 6 to 7 hours in. I don't know. I just hope next year they're able to cram it into like 4 hours. Elvish, thank you so much for the biddies. Thank you. Hi, Coptis Bong. Hello. But yeah. I hope next year they are able to do it with some improvements, and hopefully they don't all have to stay up trying to fix it again, because like imagine it's like 2 in the morning for you and you're tired and you already know that you're gonna have to sit there for an additional 6 hours through the award show because you're a host. I just feel so bad. Do any of you know of a place where I can find ASMR scripts? Going back to that topic now, because I want to get into the roleplay stuff for YouTube. Reddit, honestly, I don't know how to navigate Reddit because I've never actually used it other than searching something up on Google and clicking the already made link. I've never actually like navigated Reddit otherwise. I don't know how. Pay you to write them. I actually don't have a lot of money. I am also broke. Like I couldn't even pay my phone bill. I can now though, so don't worry about it, but like I am not in a financial position to commission people right now. You find yours on Reddit and have a document full of scripts you like? You can send me the link. Yes, please. I would really appreciate a link of some sorts for that. Payment doesn't always mean money. I'm not doing anything outside of money. I'm not about that life. Oh, you could DM it to me on Twitter. That would be good, since I think I already have you on Twitter. I think. I still call it Twitter. I'm not calling it X. That makes it sound like a porn site. I'm not gonna call it that. But yeah, I do have stuff that I commissioned months ago, but I haven't been commissioning anyone for the last like 2 months because I'm broke. So yeah, I've been trying to be better about my funds. You'll send it. Oh, I see that you said. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's where you get all the candy corn. I know that site has stuff on it, but I'm still not gonna call it eggs because it still doesn't sit right with me. No, calling it that wouldn't make it any better. We're just gonna call it Twitter, okay? It is Twitter. Twitter is Twitter. I'm not calling it anything else. Twitter. I'm not your dad. Just because I am not real. Okay. Do I want to be? No. I do not want to have that type of responsibility. Okay? Whether it be dad or mom, count me out. It's not for me. We've had this conversation before. I am a pet person. I will have like 3 dogs and call it a day. And that is enough for me. I'm not having kids. And I'm not adopting either. Cool aunt. I'm not old for that. I'm not old enough to be an aunt. Actually, am I an aunt? What are the qualifications to be an aunt again? I forget. What are the qualifications? Isn't it I have kids and my kids have kids? Or could I still be an aunt if my cousins have kids? Or does that still make me a cousin? How does that work? I am so dumb. My sibling having a child, that was my leg. I don't have a sibling. It's literally not possible for me to be an aunt. I'm not even baiting you guys. That was a genuine question. I think I have memory loss for things that are like info that I don't need in my everyday life. I slowly start to put in the back of my head to the point where I half remember it. I do not want to be an aunt. I am good with what I am. I don't know what to label it as, but whatever I am right now, I am good. When I was younger, I wish I had a sibling because I didn't have anyone to play video games with. So I was always wanting to have a sibling. I don't anymore though. But when I was younger, I wish I had one. I don't have siblings, but I wish I did when I was younger. I didn't play with my parents. They didn't want to play. The only thing I was able to get them to play was Mario. And that was also an experience because my parents were not gamers, so it felt like I was babysitting. I'm not saying I was amazing at games, but I would definitely be labeled as a gamer. So playing games with someone that doesn't have any knowledge of games at all, like not even knowing how to jump in the game, like, you know how every game you play has like similar controls to other games, so you already kind of know how to play said game? They didn't have that, so I had to teach them how to do everything. They didn't know how to play, like, you know what I mean? I mean, it was fun, like, I enjoyed spending time, but they definitely weren't gamers. So it wasn't the same as having a sibling who was just as invested into it as me. Did my parents bully me? I don't think so. I think my main problem, or my main trauma that I might have, is being judged for everything. So now I feel like I am very shy to do things because I think I'm going to get judged. So I don't really like sharing any of my interests with anyone in person anymore. Because no, okay, this is actually valid because this year, maybe like 2 months ago, I finally was willing to open up again and share some of my music taste with my mom in a car ride. And I put on Sleepaid. And she said it was like really fast and she didn't like it. And she gave me a little bit of a look. And then I just felt really weird. I didn't like that feeling. So, you know, I thought Sleepaid would have been a great choice because she's literally in the Forbes 30 under 30. Like, surely she was a good enough middle ground of a choice between like anime and like white people music. Do you know what I mean? But no, I was incredibly wrong. It was just so awkward. I picked the worst scenario to do it in too because there was no escape. I was stuck in an hour-long car ride. She's a Niji fan. I don't even think she knows what that means. You know, it's funny because at my workplace, there's a lot of Japanese people at my workplace that visit Japan frequently. So I have a feeling Like, sometimes I'm sitting there at work and there's drama unfolding on Twitter revolving around like corpos, and I sometimes wonder if they know. if they're also looking at Twitter and they're like, shake my head. Because I feel like, no, maybe this is wrong for me to assume, but if you're in Japan, you at least know what a VTuber is and you know who Niji Sanji is, because they literally advertise that shit in like train stations. So I feel like some of my coworkers might actually know. They probably don't give a fuck though. Probably not to the same level that I do. But I'm so tempted to wear VTuber merch to work sometimes. And I'm allowed to. But I try to dress more like to fit in. Because I don't like being stared at. But sometimes I wonder if they would know. He didn't play Bibbidi. What did I actually play? Which one was it? I think it was Wee Wee Woo. I think that's the one I played. Is that the song name? I don't know what it's the one that's like wee wee woo, you know? And she didn't like it. And I just felt so, I felt disappointment. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I am such a disappointment sometimes. And then they wonder like why I don't hang out. You know, every time I try and like share a piece of myself and the things I enjoy, it's a little awkward. Actually, 2 days ago, my dad walked into my room and he saw some figures and he's like, "Are those naked?" I was like, "No, they're not." He's like, "They practically are." And I'm like, "But they're not." But they're not. I can't tell if he was like, if he thought it was cool or not. But all he said is, "Are those naked?" Those are like almost naked. I'm so embarrassed. I don't even have anything sus in my room. It was literally 2 figures that I have that, like, yes, I'll admit they're a little bit more on the spicy side, but they're not even that bad. Your dad refuses to ride in the car with you because he grew up listening to Lionel Richie and Journey. Did I say that right? Please don't shun me if I did. I can't speak sometimes. Well, you listen to things like Bring Me the Horizon and Amenity Affliction. Should have told him that they do that for fencer. What? I don't own my own Booba mousepad because I couldn't afford it. I have all of my merch except for my newest collection that I dropped on my birthday because I couldn't afford buying it, paying taxes, paying custom fees, and then paying taxes again. It would probably cost me $200 to get it just because I'm Canadian. So I haven't had the chance to get my own mousepad and my new standee. I want to, but it's not financially viable for me. Do I have any merchandise for me? I have everything except for those. Because when I released my first Uwu Market merch drop, I picked up everything from it. But when I released my second drop, which was in March, I couldn't afford it. So I don't own stuff from that drop, but I do own the posters, the clothing, and the first standee, and then the keychain and the jet tag. Was there anything else from it? I think that was it. Oh, there is a mouse pad, but not like a booba mouse pad. Yeah, I do have merch of myself, but I haven't been able to get my entire collection of myself yet. Here, I will give you guys the link if there is anyone that wants to see it or buy some. But there is the link to my merch. I own almost all of it, just not the recent stuff at the top. You want a plush? I would absolutely love to do a plushie merch, but I don't think I would be able to yet. Hi Alan, thank you for the lurk, thank you. Yeah, I don't think a plushie merch would succeed yet because most of them have to be minimum pre-order of like 100. I do not think I would be able to get 100 plushie sales yet, so I didn't want to waste time trying to do one of those. Yeah, I have merch of myself as a good conversation starter. I really like my clothing merch. The graphic design on it, I'm wearing it on my VTuber model right now, but it is so good. It is so good. Hi Campo, hello. I'm glad you decided to use the roll call this time. I'm not famous, but yeah, they do know that I am a VTuber. I don't think they understand what I do, but they do know that I do online stuff. I don't think they fully understand everything I talk about though. You needed 90 plushies anyway. If I did do plushies, they would probably be around like $30 each. And we would need to sell like 100 to 200 of them for them to exist. That is the thing. Hi Apple, hello. You didn't need to pay rent anyway. Yes you do. Where are you gonna put all the plushies if you don't have a house? Are you going to make a house out of the plushies? I do not recommend that lifestyle. All of my merch would cost $543. Is that including like taxes, shipping, and the potential crossing the border fee? Rent is cringe. Plushie is forever. Well, maybe don't buy stuff. Make sure you pay your rent, please. You put them on the chair. Alan, I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to ship out that chair because it's going to just be too expensive of an experience. Like, shipping it across the border itself feels impossible. Coffee, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you, thank you. You'll pay for it? I'm not even sure how to ship something that large though. I think I think it'll be a $3,000 experience, and I don't think it's worth it. Because the shipping itself is going to probably cost that much. We're not doing it. Hi, J-Sizzle. Hello. Hello, hello. You bet on Dota 2 finals? Ooh. I'm not gonna let you spend 3,000 for a bet. We're not doing that. The chair is gonna stay in my room. I'm not selling it anymore because it's just going to cost whoever buys it too much, and I don't want to do that. Especially with recent like changes in the economy and how things will be charged just from crossing the border. It's not gonna be a good idea. Cut it into pieces and sell it that way. Oh yeah, who wants to buy the arm for like X amount of money, and then the seat itself is gonna be the most expensive part? Yeah, how much for the seat? If I just ship you the seat. Honestly, it would be easier for me to just ship you the seat of the chair than the entire chair. Timber, thank you so much for the prime. Happy 7 months. But yeah, I'm not putting a price tag on it because I do not want to deal with that entire process. I think it is too much of a hassle for both sides. I also just feel really bad. I don't want someone to have to pay that much money for something like that. Not even for my own earnings, just simply because of the government. Take the seat off, cut that into pieces, and sell those, profit multiple thousands of dollars. I feel like the postal service will side eye me for selling pieces of a cushion. I feel like they would not let me do that. Okay, we're not gonna get political in here, my bad. But I just don't think I would be allowed to ship that kind of thing out. I think it would probably get sent back to me because it would cross the border and they would have to like look at what it is and they'd be like, what the fuck? Why is there just like a piece of a cushion in here? I think they would not let me get away with that. Across the board, yeah, because I'm pretty sure most of you live across the border from where I live, so it would just have to cross a border some way or another to get to whoever buys it, because I highly doubt there is anyone in here that lives in Canada. Don't dox yourself. Do not tell me you live in Canada, but I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure most of you do not live in Canada. So it would not work. I said not to dox yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know how someone would ship out their own panties or a bra. That concept is so foreign to me. How do you get away with that? I feel like you're literally not allowed to do that. Like, you will get charged a fine for even attempting to do it. You live in the trees. Rosie, hello. A girl sold her tit sweat. How many milliliters? Because how do you even collect it? Do you just have to like carry around a little container with you at all times for the odd chance that you start sweating? How does that even work? Apparently in Japan, they have little vending gacha machines for used panties. I think they have a thing or a system where broke students sell some company their panties and they put it in these little gacha machines. I wonder how much they get paid per panty. Because you have to think of the cost of buying the panty itself, right? Japan is cooking with that idea. How do they regulate that though? Because what if the girl has some like STDs or something? You wouldn't really want to have panties from someone that has a disease of some kind. Like that, I feel like they have to regulate that somehow. Legendary gacha. What do you mean someone put that quote on the wall? You literally have access to do it yourself. Why can't I It's fake used panties. They used to be real, but they had to change the law. Do the people buying the panties know that? Is there a disclaimer? It's not real, they just make them look used. Why are you on a MacBook right now? I know you have a PC. You have multiple phones. Why are you on a MacBook? Yeah, how do they fake it? How do they fake used panties? I don't know, man. There's no way they don't put a disclaimer of some sort saying that they're not actually real used panties. I had a stroke. I had a stroke thinking about panties. The only reason I knew that this existed is because my friend went to Japan and took a picture of the gacha machine for used panties. Panties may or may not be real. Use at your own discretion. That is insane. I'm not reading that out loud. I don't want to read that out loud. Human maple tree? Shut up right now. What the fuck? That news article is a gold mine of banger quotes. Someone was writing that and they were like rubbing their hands together like, oh, this is another good one. They're like, oh yeah, I really cooked with this one. I'm getting raised today. I just can't imagine like sitting in an office writing all that. Speaking of organs, I saw this TikTok where this person was talking about. Now, I don't know if this is real or not. Once again, this is a TikTok I saw, and I just found it interesting. They had some sort of like organ transplant, and they were talking about how it felt like they had memories from the person whose organ that was, like almost as if the memories were not in the brain itself but were in your actual organs, like your organs carried memories. Does that make sense? So when this person had like someone else's organ put into them, they felt like they had memories from someone else. I know that is like so weird, but that was such an interesting TikTok. Whether or not that is real, just that entire concept was so interesting. Wasn't there a movie about that? I don't know. Was there? I've like never heard of that before until I saw that one TikTok. Genetic memory is real. So you're telling me if I ever give up one of my organs and someone receives it, they're gonna have to they're gonna have to live through being a VTuber. Is this real? Oh, I feel so bad for that person. They're gonna have like the worst set of memories ever. Let's hope that I never have to give someone else my organs, because I pray for that person. Thank you for the hydrate. Hi Yander, hello. You swear there was a movie where a girl got a serial killer's heart? That is so interesting. So did she start to like be able to help solve like murders because she had like the memories of what happened, or like parts of them? Yeah, no one would want my bones because they make too much noise. Haunted skeleton. You don't know why, but you feel like you were a clown girl in a past life. Could you imagine? You think she started to act like the serial killer after getting like the serial killer's heart? Oh, that's not good. Whose grandma donated these? I'm not old, okay? I'm not a hag. I'm not an aunt. I'm not a grandma. I'm not your mom. Okay, let's make that clear. Just because my bones make more sound than they should does not mean I am old. I'm not a Minecraft skeleton. now plays the Luigi listener. Make more sound than they should is an understatement. It's not that bad. Okay? You probably burn in the sun like a Minecraft skeleton too. Just because I don't go outside, I don't tan properly, but it's not like I'm dying. I don't like being in the heat though. I think because I have iron problems, it makes me feel sick, like I'm gonna pass out. It's not my fault. You could be if you wanted to be though. I could be what, a Minecraft skeleton? Or do you mean like a mom or an aunt? No, I do not want any of that. Hi, mixed boy. Hello. Welcome back, Shark. Welcome back. Come on, look at how cute chat is. What do you mean? What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything I just said? You thought you deafened yourself cleaning your ear? Did you, like, push a little too far in? What happened? You gotta be really careful sticking anything up your ears, so you don't want to damage them. You think it was just a big buildup? I clean my ears after every shower just because there's water in them and it drives me crazy. I think my ears are probably actually very clean because of my shower routine. I think it keeps them pretty clean. Hi Carter, hello. It wasn't purple, thankfully. Booba, do you ever figure out what that purple thing in your ear was? Did you check if it's still there? Is it still there? You consulted a team of scientists. They couldn't figure it out. So is it still there or not? What's wrong with your second monitor, Vane? It's gone? Well, that's good at least. That it's not there anymore. I wonder where it went though. Why is it when you stream you modify your setup? I don't know, you tell me. You know my stream schedule. It is your own choice to do PC modification when I stream. You just bought one, but it's mid. Did you not, like, look at reviews and such before you bought it? I do know my own stream schedule. I have such severe... Is it ADHD? I don't even know. Sometimes... What am I trying to say? Sometimes... No, that is not what... I have this thing... I have this impulse where I do whatever I want. So if there is something that is outweighing the want to stream, I end up doing the other thing instead of streaming. And I know it's like, oh, why don't you just play your stream? I don't want to. I'm not trying to entertain no one. I just want to play my game. I just want to do my activity. I just want to do my thing. I'm not trying to entertain no one. You ought to see your computer setup currently, even you don't know how it's working. What do you mean? Is it just like a mess of wires? This is your first impression of me, you like my clown face? Okay, Booba Sweat's literally gonna screenshot that now and be like, see, I told you so. But thank you. Thank you. Selfish out? No. I just do whatever's most in my interest. So if there is a game I'm addicted to, I play video game. And also, there's also times where I'm just depressed. I'm just depressed and I'm in a sour mood and I don't want to bring those vibes to stream. Trust me, you do not want that. I feel like if I streamed when I'm feeling like that, it would just give you a negative impression of me, and I do not want that. I don't want you to see the upset side of me, because then it's gonna make you feel upset. How do I know this? Because I have streamers I like to watch too, and when they're upset, it also ruins my mood because I feel bad. So you do not want to see that. I'm just being honest. I am a human being. I have problems, and I don't want to broadcast those problems for others. I mean, you guys do uplift my mood, but sometimes there are days where the littlest of things will piss me off. And I don't want to be mean to anyone for no reason, because it's no one's fault in the end that I am feeling like that. Sometimes I am just not a very happy person. And I just don't want to be mean to anyone, because then I will feel bad when I come back to my senses. And I don't want to put anyone through that. You know? It's kind of the equivalent of, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. So I choose to not stream so that I don't say anything at all. I hope this makes sense. I'm not clicking on that link because I already know it's a screenshot of my ass. And if it's not, then I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure I don't have to click on it. I thought wrong? Okay, what is it? What is this? Why? What was the reason for this to be sent into chat? I know it's Miku, but what was the reason you sent it? What is this one? I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm just like, where's the context to you sending these? You can't explain your madness. Sometimes I hate how much my face gets tracked by my model. It feels very... It feels like... I don't remember what the word is. I don't know what the word is. Never mind. I hate that I keep forgetting words when I'm trying to speak. I can never remember the word I'm trying to say. This is... What is this called? What mental illness causes this? It's always when I'm trying to say it. Early onset dementia. No. I really hope you're joking. I don't want to have dementia. I'm scared if I get dementia. I really hope not. I know I have memory problems. I swear it's just on stream though. I think something happens to my brain chemistry as soon as I hit go live. I don't remember what that... I'd have to look up what that means. I think I just temporarily store information and then forget what it means later because I realize that it doesn't matter to me. And then I end up having to search up what it means again. Because I'm not confident in my knowledge of what it means. I'm not stressed. I am just confused all the time. Oh, I think the word I was looking for earlier is expose. I hate how much my tracking exposes my facial expressions. I hate it. I hate how much it exposes me. Sometimes it's a little too accurate. That's the best part. I don't want you guys to know if I'm chewing on the inside of my cheeks though. I don't need you to know that. I kind of regret saying that because now you're going to be looking for it. Just ignore what I previously said. Just pretend I didn't say it. My face expressions are hella cute. That's not a normal thing to do. Um, I know there's lots of people that do it, but it is considered a bad habit. It's not recommended to eat the inside of your mouth. I don't even know why I do it, but I can't stop. Hi Hako, thank you for the gift of sub to Cutie Patootie TV. The lighthouse guy meme saying Fortnite and then maniacal lover. What is that? What is the lighthouse guy? The guy from the lighthouse? I give up. The movie? I def seen it on a TikTok or somewhere. Probably not, because my entire TikTok feed is filled with Labubu's and OCD. So I probably haven't seen it. Thank you for the hydrate. Have I seen your feed? It's bonkers. Let me guess. Spider-Man, Overwatch, and VTubers. Let me guess. 7 Deadly Sins. No, I haven't seen it. I checked the Discord. I'm looking at it. I've never seen that before. Remember that photo you sent? Was it the ADHD one where I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at? What the That is so... overstimulating to look at. Agnes Tachyon feet. Where? Wait. Where are you? What about it? What do you mean Agnes Tachyon feet? Can you elaborate? What do you mean where? Ignore me. I didn't know what else to say. You thought that was on Vane's feed? I don't think Vane is an Umamusume person at all. I don't think he's into that kind of thing. Okay. Spider-Man feet. You're not any better. You're not any better. So you're more into feet from guys than girls? Is that what you're telling me right now? Yes. Is there something else you would like to tell the class? Feet are just feet, man. I don't know if you should be saying that in front of Booba. I think... Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. Bro just got sniped. No, there's definitely a standard. There's definitely a standard. I don't know, chat, honestly. I'm more of a hands person than I am a feet person, I think. I'm not like actually into feet, but I can definitely respect the amount of details an artist would put into a foot when drawing it. But like, I think I am more of a hands person. I will not deny being into hands. I think I am into hands. I can definitely appreciate both, but in all seriousness, I've never looked at a foot that way. I can appreciate them, but I've never looked at them that way. You are 60% sure you broke a finger? When? How? How do you not know for sure? Does it hurt? Is it swollen? I think that is true. Like, women are more into hands and guys are more into feet. I think that is just like a brain thing. How our brains develop. No, I swear. I swear. I can appreciate both, but definitely not actually into feet. It's more of like when you look at art and you're like appreciative of it. I'm not actually into it. But hands, on the other hand, stop sending hand emojis in the Discord. Why is there so many hand emojis? No, you don't need to DM me that. I'm not into them that way. I can just recognize them in a more tasteful way. You know? You don't think I have enough of a sample size to accurately say that? What do you mean? You mean like I haven't seen enough feet art to make that decision? Have you? You know what? No, you wouldn't have. You would not have seen my DMs with Booba. But there is probably at least 50 images of him just sending me that stuff. And that's not even counting the stuff that I just see from scrolling Twitter. You're not into feet, but you get so hyped when you see the feet enjoyers get feet for free in a stream. Yeah, I don't know how to explain my stance on it properly. I'm not into it in like a fetish way. I guess I'm more so understanding of seeing a good piece of art that has nicely rendered certain parts of the body, and I can appreciate that, you know. But I don't go past it where I think much more of it. But the internet has definitely changed my thought process for like feet in general, because I never used to think anything if I saw feet, but now when I see them, I'm like, no way they have their dogs on the screen right now. Like, even in movies and stuff, I'm like, their dogs are out. Like, I specifically notice when someone doesn't have their feet covered, but I never used to do that. I never used to like think about it. The internet has changed me and how I think and react to things. Sophisticated way of saying I'm into them? No, but I'm not. I just know that I can appreciate them. But I'm not anything more than that. You're in a weird spot with it. You think it's nice when it's a part of the whole art piece, but like all up in your face, nah. I'm just appreciative of art, I think. I like tasteful art more than I do full-on like NSFW art, so I think feet kind of line up more with the tasteful stuff, so I see it a lot more. I do appreciate anatomy in drawings, like seeing, especially when they shape out like the muscles and like the backbones and the shoulder blades, like all of that, when you can see that amount of detail, that level of detail in an art piece. Ooh. Your Twitter has been acting up ever since you visited mine. Guys, if they ever let you see likes again on Twitter, please don't look at mine. Please don't look at mine. I'm not a gooner. I just really like art, okay? So please don't look at what I have in there. Respectfully. I like tasteful art because I am an artist and I know how much time it takes to get to that level of skill to draw certain things. But I'm not a gooner. Okay? You use the same. It's not an excuse. It's the truth. I'm not a gooner. I'm just an artist. Come on. You have to believe me. It's hard to believe you with that makeup. The makeup shouldn't affect what I'm saying at all. Do you want me to remove it? Yes. Can you take me seriously now? Oh my god, that's Farah. Where have you been? I can't. Guys, on another topic, well, back to a topic, and you're not allowed to answer mommy ASMR, what kind of role plays would you actually be interested in? Aside from the obvious mommy ASMR. Like, give me a scenario. Like, actual, don't say like joking scenarios, because I want like actual stuff that you actually want. Give me ideas. Please. Stuff that you want to see. I'm not gonna judge you. I would rather make stuff that you guys want for the ASMR instead of me just like doing something that no one give a fuck about. Do you know what I mean? Did my head get bigger? No. What are you talking about? Haircut roleplay? I could totally do that. Let me write these down. Squid Game roleplay. Are you serious on that one, or is that a joke? I just need to know, because I'm only taking serious inquiries. Your office coworker asked you out. I don't know if I would be good at like relationship or like lovey-dovey stuff, because I'm not good with that stuff in real life either. So I feel like I would be really awkward doing it, unless that's what you want. I'm not good with yandere either, because I just cringe at myself. So I'm good at being a barber. I feel like I can roleplay doing an activity better than I can something that has to do with emotions. I don't know if I would be good at roleplaying having like a crush and asking someone out, because I never did that and I've never been good at it. But haircut ASMR, I've gone to a barber shop before, like I've had my hair cut. I feel like I could do that, you know? It's less emotional feeling. Like I have to say like relationship stuff. I have been in a relationship before and I regret it. Those who know why. But I don't even want to call that a relationship because it was just so bad. I'm not great at that kind of stuff, but that person was like on a whole other level of what the fuck. And honestly, I feel bad for anyone who thinks, no, how do I word this? There's definitely people who crush over him, and I pity them because they don't even know. They have no idea. And if he ever decides to date someone, I feel bad for that person too. Streamer builds a computer ASMR 10 hours. You already got the one-in-one experience of that. I was on voice call with you while I laid on the floor trying to build my computer. He was such a good guy though. I know you're smirking when you say that, because he really wasn't. The amount of mental abuse he put me through, I don't even know if it was intentional or if he unknowingly did it because he's like a narcissist or something. I don't know if all of that was intentional, but it was not a good time. Hako, thank you for the gifted sub to Dangerous Mind. No, okay. I'm not gonna name drop who he was, but I want you to imagine an anime boy person where they do like the anime boy voice and think it's hot, and they make that their entire personality. They also want to be an edgelord at the same time, and on top of that, they have lots of issues with lying and like manipulation, and they don't know what they're doing. I don't know if half of the stuff he put me through was intentional or not, but it was awful. It was just an awful experience. It was just an awful experience. He would word things in DMs with me that made it feel like he wanted me to panic over his existence. I think the best two examples I could give is he would say things like, I was just robbed, and then he wouldn't respond to me for an hour, and then say, oh yeah, I was robbed of time with you because my parents. After an hour of me panic DMing, thinking he was like robbed at gunpoint in his house or something. Is that like unreasonable of me to think that that was like intentional? He's either stupid on wording things, or he intentionally phrases things the way he did to make me panic. Another one is he said he almost like fell and passed out in the shower and hit his head because he took a shower that was too hot. Like, I swear, some of the things he would tell me were either the results of him being really dumb, or he was trying to get a reaction out of me. And that was just the entire relationship. How is it wrong for me to worry? Hearing all of these things, like, obviously I cared, you know? It felt like he just wanted me to worry and he enjoyed it. Like, that's how it felt. I don't know if I can label that as like some form of mental abuse, but it felt wrong. It just felt wrong. He could just be dumb. I think, honestly, like, looking back at it, I think it was a mixture of him just being a narcissist and being dumb. I think genuinely, I think he was just dumb. And yeah, no, that's probably what it was. It might have been a little bit of what my assumption was, but with the amount of times and things, I don't know how it could always be intentional. I think most of the time he was just really dumb. Because I can't explain it other than those two examples, and there was more, but I don't remember them all. There was just a lot. And it kind of ruined relationships for me, because that was my first one. And even then, it was like, I didn't really have interest in that kind of thing. So it was me reaching out my hand, being willing to give it a try. And it was just ruined. He sounds so dreamy. He's not. I promise you, he's not. I don't think he ever grew out of the whole thing of like being an anime boy and doing like that cringe anime voice, because I think he still does it for content. And sometimes I have to watch it because it shows up on my feed and then I get whiplash. Even though I have him blocked and everything. It sucks. It's because people that I don't even know will post like a clip or will collab, and it will just like flow its way somewhere that I'm visiting, and it sucks. Was he hot? No. He was not. He wasn't even hot. I don't even know why I bothered. I don't know why I even bothered. I think if anything, I think it's because he was one of the first people I met that were into the same things that I was. And I think that was the only reason I felt comfortable enough to try something new. You hope this clip finds him? If it does, he's probably gonna panic and have flashbacks and probably think that I'm gonna fucking cancel him or something. But I don't really give a fuck about that. I don't want to create like stupid Twitter drama. He's already been through like a cancellation once, and then he alligator tear cried his way out of it, so I'm good. He's got his own shit started. So it's all good. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry. It's just an experience I wish I never went through. I don't think it built any character for me at all. I think it was just a waste of time. It was just a waste of time. But yeah, I have been in a relationship and I sucked at it. And he also sucked at it. And it was just an overall bad experience. So why am I talking about all this? It's because we brought up like the roleplay ASMR where I'm like confessing to like a crush or something. I just don't think I would be good at it. I just don't think I would be good. I think it would be awkward, and whoever is listening to it would know that I am not built for that kind of thing. It was a filler arc. Help me. Did you have a Miku collection? No. This was before I was a VTuber. This was like when I was an animation person. So I had like a bunch of animation friends. We all animated in the same program, and somehow he found his way into like a public Discord that me and my friends kind of shared ownership of. And then he kind of worked his way into the friend group. And I think because my one friend started dating someone in that server that was friends with him, that kind of opened up the opportunity for me to want to say, hey, I'm gonna give this a try as well. And then it was just a huge disaster. Yeah, I don't think there was any other reason. I think that's how it happened. But it's okay. I'm good. I'm good now. Sorry you had to go. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just glad that it's over with from like many years ago, because I don't have to deal with it anymore. It was actually probably a good thing that I stopped associating altogether, because after seeing where he's like put himself into, I wouldn't have wanted to associate with all that anyways. Yeah, I think it all worked out in the end, you know? I feel like I shouldn't be talking about these things on stream, but I don't know. I just get so yappy with you guys. It kind of just comes out. I'm sorry if none of you wanted to know this information. It just kind of happened. Sometimes I just talk about things. I mean, yeah, it was a little bit funny. Is this a safe space? Oh no, this is yes. I read that wrong. This is a safe space. I definitely feel very comfortable talking to you guys, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because sometimes I might share a little too much. Hi Tri-Fears, hello. Hello. I hope my experiences can at least give you guys a little bit of giggles. No, I think that whole dating thing had like many problems, but I think one of the top 3 that damaged me the most was his house burning down, and then it felt like secondhand trauma because then it gave me a massive fear and reality check that could happen to me as well. When I tell you he had like such bad luck, it was kind of jaw-dropping for me. All of the shit that would happen. Like, obviously I felt bad, like no one deserves to have their house burned down, but he just had a lot going on constantly that would kind of rub off on me for like stress, you know? It was just a lot. I think his house burned down because his parents did something in the kitchen or something in the garage caught fire. It could have been stupidity, because I know his parents were not the brightest. Those aren't my own words, by the way. But yeah, no, his house burned down and it was so surreal. I was like camping at the time and waking up to a text from his alt account because he was not logged into his main saying like, "Hi Farah, it's insert name here. My house burned down." And I'm like, what? And I remember too, one of my friends was streaming like Dead by Daylight on YouTube at the time, and he went into their chats and was like, "Hi, this is insert name here. My house just burned down." Like, I think me and my friends were like all looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like, is this for real? That was like such a stressful time. And I wasn't even the one who had my house burned down. Just like having to, no, how do I explain this? Being close to someone and having that happen to them affects you as well, because it affects how you're able to interact with them, and then they constantly talk to you about the entire experience, and it is almost like I gained secondhand trauma from it. Is that like weird to say? Like, I feel like that entire thing where his house burned down also kind of traumatized me. I don't know if that's normal, but it kind of did. And now I'm always anxious that that's gonna happen. That's like one of my worst fears. I literally have a fire extinguisher in my room because of it. And I think I mentioned this before, but it was such a coincidence to happen too, because the day before, now this was back when I was doing animations, I was helping him render something, and the contents of that animation included his character standing and there was like fire all around him. Like, the timing of it was just uncomfortable. It was just like, what the fuck? You know the song Cradles by Suburban? He was basically trying to recreate that for the animation. And so now I can't listen to that song anymore without like getting reminded and feeling like I'm bringing some curse onto myself that my house is gonna burn down. I know it's stupid, but I can't listen to that song anymore without feeling scared and anxious. All because of that one coincidence. It sucks too, because I really like his music, But that one song is ruined for me. No, I think even throughout everything, I probably wouldn't have stuck with him, because for me, at that time, it was more of a thing I wanted to try. I don't think I had long term in me. I think it was more like I wanted to give relationships a try, but I wasn't looking for marriage, you know? So I probably would have ended it off at some point anyways, but the way it all went was just unfortunate. No, I don't think I want to try again. I think I'm good. I think I am good. I'm not really built for relationships anyways. I'm not good at being romantical or anything like that. I'm definitely more friend-shaped than I am for anything. You know, I am better at being a friend than a wife. I'm not built for being a wife. It's just not my preference. I don't think I fit correctly for that. Does this make sense? I don't think I would be good to marry. I think I am strictly friend zone material, and that is all. I think that is as far as it should go. Hi, Grandfounder. Hello. Yeah, sorry to disappoint all of the parasocials out there, but there is no chance. There is no chance because I just don't have it in me. I'm not built for it. I don't mind being friends, but I'm not built for anything outside of that. But yeah, back to the roleplay. So outside of haircut ASMR and the potential mommy ASMR, because I know there's so many people out there that would want that. What else would you guys like to see from me for the roleplay side? Because I really do want to give it a try, even if it might not be good. I want to try. I want to give it a try. But I'm gonna need you guys to be very open-minded about me being really bad at doing roleplay ASMR. I want you to set your expectations to below 0. Because I can't guarantee if it will be good. I really can't. Coworker asks you out. I really just don't think I would be good at that kind of thing. Girl failure crashes her car and kills family of 4. Oddly enough, I feel like I would be better at doing that than the coworker asking you out. Hi, Glasspen. Hello, hello. Did I pass over ear cleaning roleplay? I genuinely probably didn't see it in the chat. There was a moment of time where I wasn't looking at the chat because I was just rambling so much. Hi, Spliffmon. Hello. So I'm sorry if I missed your message. I didn't mean to. I was just rambling. She sees light blue and mentally blocks it out. No. Girlfriend dumps you and you send a cringe anime gif as a response. You know what? I think when that all happened, I was in a VC crying, and one of my friends told me to send them a music video of like this one song. I don't remember what the song was, but it was It was probably some Taylor Swift song or something. So I think because I was genuinely at a loss and I didn't give a fuck anymore, my only response to them was sending them a YouTube video, and then they blocked me. I'm not saying I was perfect in that relationship, but he was definitely far fucking worse. I don't remember what the video was. Wait, maybe I can find it because I still have my DMs with the friend that told me to send it, and I think they sent it to me in DMs. He was right, the mind is a danger. Shut up. Shut up. Hold on. I need to find this person. Oh my god. I haven't DM'd them since 2022. I am a horrible friend. Holy shit. I feel bad now. I have so many people I just stopped talking to because I became a VTuber and I stopped, like, animating. Like, you know, we just gained a separate interest. Even though I still consider them a friend, now I just feel bad. Okay, wait. Has link. I want to find it so bad. I found it. No, it was a Zendaya song. Wait, I'm gonna post it in the chat. That was my last message to him, and then he blocked me. No, I totally deserved that block. What do you— I don't even think I watched the video. Okay, looking at the lyrics now, that's actually funny as fuck. My friend was so funny. My friend was so funny for that. Knowing the context and what he sent to me, I want you to know he probably sent me like 5 paragraphs of rambling about like how the mind was a dangerous place and I shouldn't get lost in it, mixed with anime gifs. And the only thing I sent back to him was that YouTube video, and he fucking blocked me. You don't know how I lasted that long? I think because I have it's hard for me to give up people because I just get sad when I lose connection to people who I've spent time with. So it's really hard for me to just like lose someone, even as a friend. So the relationship went on longer than it should have because I didn't have it in me to break it off. Do you think he started dancing? No. No. Two insane people communicating. I definitely have something wrong with me. We both had stuff wrong with us, but to like different degrees. Different degrees and different types of mental illness. And it wasn't a good combo. High School Musical asshole. You guys are perfect for each other. You know, it was like 2 negatives make a positive, but it didn't actually make a positive. It just made a toxic situation. I don't even want to call it a relationship because it kind of wasn't. It wasn't. It was just not good for either of our mental health. I think I was actually doing mentally okay until that relationship. Like, I think it gave me the beginning of depression. I think that's probably when it all started. Like, not to say I didn't have anything wrong with me before, but I think that was really the turning point for my mental health. Not to mention, there was like a bunch of other shit going on with like COVID. Just all of it combined, I think was really a turning point from me to go from like someone who was a sports person and was really active and healthy to someone who doesn't leave their room and has depression and other health issues. Like, that was just the turning point to bad habits and just not being okay. Yeah, I'm allergic to grass, but I've always been allergic to grass. I don't think he completely ruined me. I think the experience just contributed to something that was probably inevitable because of everything else that was happening. It just made it happen a little faster. You know what I mean? I love when my ASMR streams turn into a yap session that no one asked for. I hope you guys enjoy my unnecessary lore drops. You get to feel like a therapist for a few minutes. No, don't consider this therapy because I've already like processed it all. I'm more or less making fun of it now. This is something to laugh at more than anything. I'm glad you like my yapping. Unfortunately, I don't think I could ever stop yapping unless I'm feeling nonverbal. How does that make you feel? Have I ever been in a salon? Do you mean where they do your nails? Or do you mean something else? Am I understanding this right? Oh, you want me to take the swirl eyes off? I can do that. Like an old-timey bar? Okay, I don't drink, so I've never been to a bar because that doesn't interest me. I have emetophobia, so I'm scared of throwing up, and then that also causes me to not want to go to places where people are more likely to be throwing up, because people get drunk when they drink, and then sometimes they get sick, so I actively avoid places like that. It also makes it so I just don't want to get drunk because I don't know what my limit is, because I've never tried, because I don't want to risk throwing up. I've already gone through my relationship issue many times. I don't think I talk about it anymore to like talk it out. I think it's more of a I share it to laugh at and just kind of have a story to tell. You know what I mean? Because I've already gotten over the whole situation. It's been a lot of years. So like if I wasn't over it, that would be another problem on its own. But yeah, I mostly just talk about it because it's funny. It's funny. And the friend group that was a part of all of that too, I think they were partially traumatized because a couple months ago I had one of them DM me out of nowhere a screenshot of that person showing up on their For You page and telling me that it was a jump scare. And then I don't DM this person at all, by the way. So it was just kind of funny that sometimes I get random DMs from that old friend group where they're like, guess who showed up on my page and fucking jump scared me, and then I'm like, you know it was bad when you're still getting jump scared by it when it was so many years ago. But yeah, sometimes they show up and it's like, oh. A salon. Wait, you guys want like a salon roleplay ASMR where I paint your nails? I've only ever been to a salon once to get my nails painted. I don't really get my nails done. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm a girl, but I don't really do a lot of girly things. You want me to do a lap? Like where you're on the lap and I clean your ears? How do I read this out? Okay, but if I do that, do you want me to be like comforting you or like asking you questions? Like, what do you want? What do you want me to be saying while I do that? You have nails? Yes. My nails are like naturally long, and I don't paint them because I go kind of crazy if the nail chips, like the paint. If it starts chipping off and it's not perfect, it kind of drives me crazy. Okay, you don't care what I talk about. Okay, I'll just talk about whatever then. The thigh smooshing thing. I think I have. I don't do it as like a request though. I think I've tried it before. You want me to bully you? I don't like being mean. How long do I let them grow out? Pretty long. Pretty long. My only problem is because I am low iron, my nails break very easily. So it's very hard for me to keep them without having them get like slightly broken. Cute policewoman arrest you for felony armed robbery ASMR roleplay. Is it that you don't like it or you just shit at it? Wait, which part? Painting my nails? I'm not good at it because I don't do it, so I have never practiced it. Being mean? Oh, I just feel like whatever I can say to be mean would feel repetitive after like a minute. You've never seen me be mean because I've never been in a public space when I am upset, because I don't want you guys to witness that. I low-key actually crash out. I get like sacrificial in a bad way. I get really mean if I'm really upset or if something like pisses me off. But it's okay because I get over it within like a couple hours, and then the next day I don't really care anymore. But when UPS took my package from like Washington to Florida and then back to Washington to bring it into Vancouver, and then they charged me like $500, I was so livid. I don't even know how to describe how mad I was. I was ready to like fucking fight the government. I was so fucking upset. I think you can tell when something actually like drives me up the wall because I won't stop talking about it. 500 for a package? Yeah. That was just to cross the border, by the way. That wasn't even the fucking cost I had to spend on the delivery to just take it to me. It's so fucking annoying. You wouldn't have paid that? I wasn't allowed to pick up my package until I paid. They were withholding it from me. This is why I don't like to order things outside of Canada anymore. Because I feel like the entire system is abused to just take my money, because why the fuck not? Just for the fuck of it. Was it the mic? Yeah. It was my 3DO. The 3DO itself was like $1,000. And then they charged me another $500 just because it crossed an imaginary line. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that just great? Not to mention having to pay taxes on it in the US, and then when it crosses the border again. I hate it. It actually upsets me so much. Customs is so stupid. I just hate it. I was so upset. I was like angry crying. I was angry crying. Not only because it's stupid that it happened in the first place, but me spending $1,000 on a mic was already way out of my budget. So for them to try and fish another $500 out of me that I couldn't spend was fucking outrageous. This is why you shouldn't live in America. America's got its own problems with like the customs. I think Canada and America are just cucked right now. It just sucks overall. But I want you to understand, I've been dealing with this shit for the last 5 years in terms of customs fucking me over. Even on gifts. Hako sent me merch from Anime Expo because he went and he picked up some Miku merch for me. And he sent it as a gift, and they charged me for it. Like, there was no profit made that wasn't already paid within the US. Canada's not gonna make any profit off of that. It was literally a gift, and they charged me like $60 for a $90 package. I think it was 90. Basically, I am pissed off when they charge that much for something of that price. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, I fixed aesthetic. It always happens. I don't know why it doesn't. My aura interfered with the mic because I was so upset. I'm not even like... I'm upset, but this is like nothing compared to how salty I get behind the scenes when I'm like actually mad. Like, I'll definitely get cancelled one day. I suspect it will happen eventually, but I'm doing my best. I am doing my best. Hi, Grim. Hello. Hello. The reason you haven't heard the mic static in a while is because I haven't streamed long enough in the last week for it to get to the point where it gets staticky. Because I've only been streaming like 2 hours. No, I don't say slurs. I only say what I'm allowed to say. But I don't say things I'm not allowed to say. Because I feel like I physically cannot say those words anyways because my brain doesn't let me. So don't worry about that. Yeah, I'm not like that. But I definitely get pretty creative with the roasts. I think if I ever actually crash out on stream, it will probably be very entertaining because I don't know how I do it, but my brain just like puts all of the cogs into spin and I start cooking up the most like random and weirdest roast, like the most original thing you could ever hear. Because I know I'm not allowed to say certain words, so my brain just formats it to roasting people in the most stupid creative ways ever. Hi, Random Miss Brain. Hello. Your favorite part is getting gifted a sub, knowing that you'll at most get to watch 5 or 6 streams. Okay, true, but also not true, because there have been months where I actually streamed a lot. I have the ability to stream. I just don't do it often enough. I shift gears from 1st to 6th. I think Hako has been in a VC with me when I've genuinely crashed out. But yeah, I try not to publicly do it because I don't want to upset anyone. I just don't want to upset anyone. Because I know deep down it's not worth it in the end to even be mad at it because it doesn't progress anything. But sometimes I need to get it out. You never crash out? Literally not possible. Everyone crashes out at least once over one thing or another. You never get angry, you just get quiet. I either get upset and just roast the fuck out of whatever's making me upset, or I just cry. I think I was I'm kind of weird when I cry because I just act like I'm not crying and I continue on with my day. I think the best example of this I have is I was working at McDonald's and someone said something very mean to me in the drive-thru at the wee hours of like 6 in the morning. And I had to pass the mic to my manager because it was just so absurd that I had to go to the back to collect myself. And then I think something else set me off that day to the point where I was literally crying while putting the orders together and just like working while crying because I couldn't do anything else. The wee hours. Yeah, no, I was literally crying while putting the orders together and prepping them for someone else to hand out the window in the drive-thru. And no one questioned it either because I don't really make a lot of sound when I cry. I just kind of have like a blank face and there's tears rolling down my face. So I was just kind of standing there with tears on my face as I was begging orders. It almost feels psychotic. Everybody looked at you and was like, same. No, I don't know. That was like a core memory for me working at McDonald's just that one day where I was crying while bagging the food because I still had to do the job even though I was upset. At the end of the day, I had to still work. So I just kind of multitasked. I multitasked crying while doing my job. Yeah, I don't know. I don't make a lot of sound when I cry. It's more visual than anything. You'd love to get a job at McDonald's, those fuckers. I just can't imagine a world where McDonald's doesn't hire, because the people I saw working there, I questioned it a lot. I just don't even know. I don't know how they're not hiring. Because to my perspective, they accept everyone and anyone as long as you are like at least 15 or 16. I think they will hire you. Apparently not. That is just crazy to me. That is genuinely so crazy. There's definitely other requirements. Not where I was hired. I don't think they had standards. Hi, Silent. Hello. I don't think my workplace had standards. It felt like a care home for people who couldn't get jobs because they had other issues going on. There was some people there who were like completely normal individuals, and then there was people who I questioned if they are safe to be around. Like, one of them literally punched holes in the wall when they got upset, and they would like physically crash out at coworkers. Like, it did not feel safe at all. Last you checked, your local McDonald's was expecting college students to apply for a job. That is outrageous. You should not have to have college on your resume to work at McDonald's. Did I notice any correlation with job positions and personality types? Yeah, not so much personalities, but more so gender. And I think just overall preferences, because they had the cute girls work service and they had everyone else work on the grill. I mean, everyone got to pick, but they wouldn't let me work on the grill. They wouldn't teach me how to do the grill. They kept me on customer service. Even though I wanted to learn everything, they would not let me learn how to do grill. I'm not trying to say this saying like, oh, I'm cute, but I definitely noticed mostly guys were on the grill, and they had all of the girls do customer service. And the guys would also do jobs like cleaning, like the gross and grungy jobs. You will not learn customer service, you hate people. I think also they judged it on if the person would be able to handle interacting with people, because obviously if they swear at the customer, which has happened with some of the girls that worked customer service, because in all honesty the customers are assholes sometimes, and I think it's deserved. I remember this one time, I think one of the girls, I was working on the drive-thru at this time. I was mostly on the drive-thru. I did start out in like the inside part customer service though, but I think she swore under her breath and pissed off the old guy because he started getting like ramped up trying to come behind the counter and ask for a manager, and he was like yelling. It was like not good at all. Yeah. I think McDonald's taught me that I am not a people person and I do not like people. The general public is a no-no for me because, I don't know, there is definitely some good people out there and some smart people, but I kind of lost hope in the general population. Like, common sense is not that common, and it's kind of scary. Common sense is not common. And lots of people do not have respect for people working customer service. Like, they think just because we're working there, they get to do fuck all to us and boss us around and be assholes. Like, it's really not fair. And then just because it's our job on the line, we have to still be nice to them. I really think you should just treat people how you want to be treated. You know? No, the kiosk only helped a little bit because people would order their food and then pester us to get it done faster, or they would call us over to ask how it worked. Like, even though there was a kiosk, it would still take time and distract us from the actual job because elderly people wouldn't know how to use it, and sometimes the machine would just malfunction and not give them a receipt, so then they would have to find out what their order was. I don't have a problem with all old people. There was definitely some very sweet people. We had some very sweet regulars, but we also had some regulars who I did not feel joy when interacting with. There was definitely people of all kinds. I think my least favorite thing though had to be skip the dishes, because having that tossed onto whatever else is going on inside was sometimes very stressful. Any extremely memorable customers? There was this one lady that was banned from the store, even though she was a regular there, because she kept getting feisty with all of the employees. Like, she would specifically order her McDouble a certain way, and if the grill team messed it up, she would get very aggressive and verbal and cause a scene. So there was like police called on her a couple of times. Yeah, there was some interesting people, for sure. Yeah. Hearing the iPad go off for a skip order though, like, was kind of traumatizing, because every time you heard it, you would just dread working, because the order would either be a single meal or like 12 meals. And you know, I don't know why people were allowed to order that much food without like prior notice. I think there was one time where someone ordered like 50 meals of like assortment of like Big Macs and chicken nuggets for a party through Skip the Dishes. So we had to make like 50 fries, 50 drinks, all while doing everything else that people are ordering through the inside and the drive-thru. It was a mess. Oh yeah, the food was cold. Like, what am I gonna do about it? It takes time to make that much food, and there isn't anywhere we can put it to keep it constantly fresh. All hands on deck. Yeah, I think there was also a time where I wasn't even working, and I went through the drive-thru to just get like an ice cream cone or something, and my manager was at the window and he literally begged me to come inside to help with an order. He literally begged me to help them, and I wasn't even working. No, I went home. I wasn't about to fucking make it my problem, bro. It's McDonald's. Why should I care? It's literally McDonald's. It's not like my lifetime job that I went to college for. I'm not gonna go out of my way. Why would I do that? I wasn't even in my work uniform. If I did, I would have had to go home and get into my work uniform and drive back to help them, because I'm not allowed to be back there working unless I'm in my uniform, because that's gonna look fucking weird. Is it weird that you've been looking for a job for so long that you're kind of jealous? I don't blame you, but I just find it so surreal that you haven't been able to find a job. Like, yeah, it is protocol. Like, you can't just work without your work attire, because like cleanliness, and also just, I think the customers would be weirded out if you were working in like regular attire. It's also a safety issue, because the way that the clothing is built is to cover all of your legs, and then you have to wear certain shoes so that if oil spills or like the slippery floors that you're walking, you know, all of that, it's like a safety thing as well, the way that they have the work attire set up. Hi Zappo, hello. I'm good. It's called PPE. What does that stand for again? Personal protective equipment. Yeah. I'm kind of glad because my current workplace doesn't really have like work attire. As long as I'm not showing up in like hoodies and sweatpants, I can kind of wear whatever. I can wear like jeans and leggings as long as it's not like sweatpants. Yeah, I can kind of wear what I want at my workplace, so it's kind of nice. There's just like a little bit of standard, but it's pretty chill. It's pretty casual. As long as whatever you wear is fire resistant, you can wear it. Do you have casual Friday? I'm not allowed to work on Fridays. I have a weird situation going on with my work because of my health issues. So Fridays they only allow us to work 6 hours, but because I am required to do 2 8-hour shifts, I am not allowed to work on Fridays since they are 6 hours. So I can only work Monday to Thursday to fill in my 16 hours. So I'm not allowed to work on Fridays. Yeah, this is not normal. My workplace is just very generous with being flexible because of issues. Part-timer. I used to be full-time. I started out 5 days a week. And then... Okay, how do I explain this? I was hired on initially to help with a transferring of like internal systems. And once that happened, my workflow became lessened, so I had less to do. And then the stuff that I did still have, I accidentally became really good at. So most of my days I would be very bored. And then on top of that, I had rising health issues, so it was hard for me to physically be at work sometimes, even though the job itself was easy, because I feel like I need to lay down a lot. This feels kind of sad to say, but yeah. So we ended up coming to an agreement that I would only have to work 16 hours a week because I simply do not need more than 16 hours to do my job, and I would get to pick what days based on if I felt okay waking up in the morning. I would then decide if I'm going to work that day or not. It is very flexible and I am very appreciative of it. So I basically get to pick what days I work every week. So I just wake up and I decide if I think I'm capable to go that day or not. They don't care when I work as long as I put in 2 days a week. I'm not trying to flex. It's just because I had a bunch of issues with my health and being able to have a consistent schedule showing up. And then I also just got too fast at my job to keep myself entertained for a full 5 days. I'm definitely being babied a lot. I still work though, but the job is not difficult and is very flexible. But also, my job is kind of temporary at all times, so I never know when I'm not going to have a job. So I was originally supposed to only have the job for maybe like 3 months, but it's been like 2 years now. So I don't know how much longer I'm supposed to be here. So every month there is a chance that I will be jobless, and I never know when that's going to be. It's a little stressful, but if that day ever comes, I think I will just shift my focus fully into content creation for a little bit before I actually find another job. Because I'd rather just make more content and potentially make a living off of that than try and shove myself into society. I have like field trip trauma because the couple times I was on a bus, there was like a kid that threw up all over the floor of the bus, and I had to stay stuck on the bus for like 30 minutes before we got home while it dripped down the aisle. So I have like a little bit of uncomfortness with field trips and buses. Wow, today I yapped so much, I think I am going to regret oversharing later. I always regret oversharing, but I keep doing it. I don't know why I'm like this. I think I just feel so comfortable around you guys that I overshare. Maybe I am a little too friendly. Hi Monaco, hello. Well, I hope you guys enjoy my oversharing, but I kind of hate myself for doing it. No, I don't dox myself. It's just sometimes, I don't know, I just wish I wasn't so open about certain things. The things I share are not docs material, but they are probably experiences that I should not be sharing with people that I don't personally know. Because aside from like all of the chatters, who knows who is listening to this stream? You know what I mean? Who knows? These are just things that I should not be putting out onto the internet. Yeah, my op is actually listening right now. Google is listening. I shouldn't say that word out loud because I have a device that will react and start talking to me if I say the G word. I'm just too real. I just talk about my experiences too much, and I'm too relatable, and I'm too real. And I don't want to be perceived, but I am, and I do it to myself. You should learn from me, you never overshare. Hako, I literally have to police you on not saying certain things and like oversharing your debut before debut. I literally have to like stop you from spoiling things to your community. I don't have it off. No, because I don't want to have to walk all the way over there and turn it off because I use it every day. Listen, I know I have my own problems, but at least I'm not on the stream being like, hey, you guys want to see this sneak peek of this insert debut thing I have coming up? I mean, I show my mods in a private chat, but it's not like I am just full on revealing the surprise or like mentioning it beforehand. I literally have to tell him not to do it, and then he still does it. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it for him, but let's just say he is still doing it now for things that have not been released. And he even, when I was last collabing with him, he made me bring it up to talk about. Like, without making it obvious, he tried to have a conversation with me about it. Like, he is so bad at not talking about it. Hako, I know you know what I am talking about, but I'm not gonna say the specifics on it. I just need you to clue in on that one conversation we had on that one collab. I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, I see what you did there, but you're literally like, you shouldn't even be mentioning it at all. Yes, I have to constantly. He's like, Farwa, can I share that? I'm like, no. That's like, why are you even debuting it at this point if you want to share it now? Can I remind you? I'm gonna DM it to you because I'm not gonna say it for you. Do you remember now, Hako? Thank you for the posture check and hydrate. Do you remember now? You tried to make it into a conversation, as if to clue into if your community would be also interested. I was like, really? You're gonna make me talk about it on stream? He does this all the fucking time. He just can't keep his mouth shut, y'all. Like, he's constantly just showing things that are supposed to be kept as a surprise. I don't know how to contain it anymore. Like, I've kind of just given up. Oh, Hako won 3rd place for the Snug Chad Award. He was at the latter half of the video. You know what was funny? So we were in a VC and he was getting all like hyped up and nervous because his award was about to come up to see if he won. And then they took a 15-minute break right before, and then we had to sit there for 15 minutes thinking about it and getting all worked up over it. Yeah, they blue balled him. But yeah, he got 3rd. He got 3rd place for a Snug Chad. I don't remember who got 1st and 2nd. I think Wishtails got 1st, right? And was it like, I don't know who the other person was, I don't remember. Decca or something? Before the 15-minute break, there was a 5-minute performance. Yeah, you know, just like throwing everything in front so he has time to stress out over it before he can get it over with. It was kind of funny. You have 69,000 Silifera? Hell yeah. For Jun-sama, thank you for the... Oh wait, no, that was a roll call. I am dyslexic. Hi, hello. I don't know what I was saying. Hello. My brain just went into like thank mode for some reason. Hi, Grandfender. Hello. I don't know why. I think I should go. I think I should go so that I can record some of those ASMR things for you guys. Hey, come on, it's like a trade-off. I leave, but I make content for you. A trade-off? Yeah. Because remember how I was talking about the roleplay audios? I am going to go make some now, after I leave. So before I go, do you have any last requests for it that I might want to record? Thanks for that info, Booba Sweat. Thank you, Booba Sweat. So far on my list of ones I wanted to do was the haircut roleplay and the ear cleaning while you were resting one side of yourself on my lap. I was gonna do those, but do you have any others? Oh yeah, I was also gonna check out what Wampus sent me for the ASMR script, see if there's anything that I was interested in trying. Bullied by your crush. A full-on ear massage roleplay. Do you kind of mean like a spa experience? I kind of have one of those, but I haven't released it onto the YouTube yet, but I did release it early access on the Patreon. I should probably put that on YouTube since I released it in like July. I could make another one though. Those are always so much fun to do. I don't think I am suited for yandere or like anything romantical where I'm like saying things like I love you or I have a crush on you, like stuff like that. I don't think I'm good with that kind of stuff. We're not going on about that one relationship again. That was like already a whole hour segment of the stream. I think I've talked about it enough. I'm not gonna do a fart ASMR. No. I have some dignity. I'm not doing that. Sitting on cakes ASMR? What? Wait, what do you mean? Mommy ASMR? Okay, here's a genuine question from me in terms of the mommy ASMR. when I do that, what are you expecting from it? Are you expecting like the good girl boy stuff, or like comforting stuff? Like what kind of mommy experience? Because I feel like there is different types. I'm not doing piss ASMR. How about positive enforcement? Your older sister helping your younger sibling when he failed at X or something? I'm thinking, how would I go about doing that? I'm gonna put that on the list so I can think about that one. Hi Snowy. Hello. Hello. Just act like your mom. You do not want me to do that. Thank you for the first time chat double lightning. Can we put that on the wall of shame? That is so funny for a first time chat. Yeah, I don't know. My mods are just kind of silly. How about VTuber manager telling you everything you were doing wrong when you stream and everything you should stop doing? Are you projecting right now from a personal experience? Oh, by the way, you can't say mommy, it will block it. So any message you send with the word mommy will not exist. So you have to not say the word mommy. You have to say something else like mother. Because I didn't want people calling me mommy. Am I okay doing fantasy characters like elves, rangers? I could try, yeah. I think as long as I have enough content mentally on how to act like that character, I can do it. I just don't think I have it in me to do like the love bombs and stuff like that, because my brain doesn't like me saying that kind of stuff unless I mean it. Like, I literally can't say it unless I mean it. It's like my brain blocks me from physically saying it. Because I don't want to lie. I don't like lying. So it's hard for me to do it without like having to really force myself to say it. What's the point of blocking a word if I still say it? Because I can ignore your message. And no one's going to judge me for it, because no one will know that I ignored your message, because no one else can see it except me. Yeah. No one knows what I was responding to, because that was already a hidden message that I responded to. Yeah, that was a hidden message that I responded to. I never played Thick of It on stream. I don't know what you were talking about. I don't intentionally ignore your guys' messages. Sometimes the chat just moves a little too fast for my brain to be caught up with, because I'm a little dyslexic sometimes. And sometimes there is messages that I just do not want to read out loud. But I don't hate you guys. Okay, I would never intentionally ignore a message. So if there's ever a time where I don't read it out loud, or I just don't see it, it's not because I intentionally didn't want to see it. The only time it's intentional is if your message is weird as fuck and I don't want to read it out loud. But you will know, because I'm pretty sure you will be self-aware that your message was weird as fuck anyways. And that is why 80% of the stuff Booba types is not read out loud. You already know. You already know. But yeah, I do read a lot of what you guys say. It's just I don't read everything out loud, but I read it in my head, and then I kind of like compile it together so I can respond in general. So, as I was just saying, there are some things that should not be read out loud. I have a question. What would that even sound like? What would that sound like? Dare I even ask? Clapping. I regret everything. I regret everything. You'll send a vid? No, it's okay. You don't have to. Why not do a series of ASMR roleplay based on my mushroom characters? You mean like just roleplaying as me? I kind of do that on stream though. Like the character is just based on me and my personality to begin with. So I don't know. I could try to turn that into like a video and make it like a higher percentage of the roleplay, but I don't know. Ew. You can't see the message I had to read, but like, ew. Ew, still. Why? Why? That's gross. That just sounds gross. Put it on the wall. This just sounds gross to me. I don't know. I don't need to reveal what the hidden word was. You already know what it was. It's what you have to hear every time your cat brings home a mouse. Oh my goodness. What? Hi, Spec Panther. Hello. What was the message? It wasn't like the worst thing in the world. I just like, I read it and I thought about it, and it's just kind of gross. Hi, Bats. Hello. It just had to do with eating raw meat. I thought it was gross. He could have meant the gamer subs flavor. Then why didn't he say that in the message? No, Stu has said worse things than that message. But I don't know. Raw meat is just gross because it's like you can get sick from eating it. Like, I could just imagine doing that. Like, that's just gross. But yeah, unless you were talking about the gamer subs flavor called raw meat, you know, you gotta specify that. Because otherwise, I think you're talking about actual raw meat. You've eaten raw chicken a couple of times and been fine. Was it like just cooked wrong? Or did you just take it out raw and munch on it? You're talking about food, right, Vane? When you say that you like it raw? You meant food? Or... never mind. What? Oh, yeah, we were still talking about food. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Swala la la. How can we time out a mod? I don't think I could handle salmonella. I don't eat Popeyes or KFC. I don't know if I've ever had Korean chicken. So I don't know. I know I'm lame. I am so lame. There's a lot of things I've never eaten. I'm a very picky eater. So I just don't try a lot of things. No, I would not eat raw chicken. I have a huge OCD when it comes to expiration dates and making sure the food is okay to eat and cooked properly. Even if it is expired by 1 day or it expires the day of, I will not eat it. And whenever I'm eating things like chicken legs, I will constantly feel anxious about it not being cooked properly while I'm eating it. Like, even if I see a little bit of pink, even though it was like properly cooked and everything, you know how sometimes it can have like a little bit of light pink? Like, just even the smallest amount. It will completely derail me from enjoying the meal, because then I will start thinking that it is not cooked and that I am going to get sick from eating it. It sucks. You've only been here for 13 minutes and you already taken like 4 crits with psychic damage. Yeah, that seems about right. Can someone add that to the wall of shame? That is so funny. Yeah, sometimes my streams will give you psychic damage. Or just being around me in general. There is a user on a VTuber Discord server that exclusively eats raw ground beef, and they post their meals, which is just a bunch of ingredients mashed together. Why? Guys, do not eat raw meat, okay? I shouldn't have to say this, but do not do it. Not even for the meme. Yeah, the gamer subs drink is fine because it's not actual raw meat. It's just named that. But like actual raw meat, the protein, no, do not eat it raw. You're right, I can't tell you what to do, but I can suggest that you should not do it. Chicken tartare? Chicken tartare? 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 Not the North American house hippo. That fucking commercial had me bamboozled. I remember seeing that and I was like, what? Is this real? Is that like a real hippo? Can they be that small? Chat, is this real? Chat, is this real? Anyways, yeah, I did say probably 20 minutes ago that I was gonna end stream, but I keep getting distracted because I don't know. This is your fault for reminding me that I was gonna end stream. Can you not see what I'm laughing at? Try fierce, I see your message. I had that word banned because I was tired of the brain rot people constantly saying his name to be funny. I was tired of it. So I banned the word. You're being serious? You actually want them to make a flavor like that? Oh, brother. I don't know. I just got kind of tired of people bringing him up when the situation was more relevant. So I banned his name. I laughed at it. Well, yeah, because it was funny. It wasn't funny when people just kept saying like, haha, Diddy party, lol. Like, okay. I was just annoyed. It was just getting annoying. It was just getting annoying. People kept saying it as like a word just to say. It was like a brain rot. It was like a brain rot thing. And I was like, this is so lame. So I banned it. B-Bibby. B-Bibby. Okay, that one is funny because B-Bibby. It's so stupid. Start digging your butt, twin. There are certain things I will laugh at, but there is other things where I just think it's stupid or the joke has ran on for too long and I don't think it's funny anymore. Anyways, I am going to leave now so that I can record for you guys, and then you will see the video in 5 months because I am slow as fuck. But before I go, sorry, I had to, yeah, anyways, before I go, I have a Discord, if you would like to hang out in there and I don't know, whatever Discords do. I also have merch. If you like my character design and want merch of it that also supports me, I do have merch. I also have YouTubes. The VOD channel is very active right now if you would like to catch more of my content. The content that is airing on it is currently from February of this year, so it is very behind, but I know there is lots of you that probably have not viewed those streams because they are so old and there is always new people, so it would still be new content for some of you if you want new content. And I also have my other ASMR channel, which is where I will be posting those ASMR roleplays whenever I get to doing them. But before I post them on there, I will probably give an early access to the Patreon because I gotta feed them. I have to feed the Patreon, you know? So Patreon always gets early access to anything posted on the ASMR channel, not including the VOD channel, because that has its own system going on. But yeah, check out the Patreon. There's also Goo Goo Baby ASMR on there if you want that. What is this clip? Bro. Okay, well, anyways, I will see you guys on Wednesday because my stream schedule is supposed to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, but just join the Discord to find out if I'm streaming or not. Okay, goodbye. Have a good rest of your day or night. Mwah. Mwah. Okay. Goodbye. We're not rating. Well, goodbye.